What's going on, you guys? It's Ariel here, and welcome back to Windows Central. Today we're going to be diving into the 7 best hidden gems on Game Pass. First up, We Happy Few. We Happy Few takes place in a fictional city within the United Kingdom called Wellington Wells. At some point, the citizens of the city had to do something unspeakably terrible, and in order to forget it, they invented a hallucinogenic drug called Joy. Joy quickly became popular with the citizens, dubbed Wellies, and soon afterwards, taking it was made mandatory by law. This game is really interesting, it's really exciting at points, and the story has a lot to offer. After your character is thrown out of their previous life, you're tasked with surviving and learning more about the past that everyone else is so desperate to forget. Next up, Alice Madness Returns. It's as if Lemony Snicket and Tim Burton had a baby when Alice Madness Returns came out, not only with the art style, but with the playful darkness that envelops Alice throughout the game. Psychology that was always present in the stories of Alice in Wonderland came to the forefront, where Alice's mind is the problem that she is constantly fighting against. 11 years ago, a horrific fire took Alice's family from her and left her mind horrifically scarred. Afterwards, she was confined to Rutledge Asylum, where she struggled to confront her demons by slipping further into her fantasy world of Wonderland. This is a single-player action-adventure platformer where you visit the grim reality of the Victorian London and travel to the beautiful yet ghastly world to uncover the root of Alice's madness. Now, just a quick note before we move on, Alice Madness Returns is only available through EA Play, which you can get through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Next up, Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Coffee Talk Hibiscus and Butterfly was released April 20th of 2023 and has the same structure as the previous installment. As the player, we're listening to the stories of the wandering, caffeinated traveler, listening to their hopes, dreams, sorrows, even desperation for a hopeful tomorrow. This is a chill coffee shop experience where we're listening to other people's worlds and stories and discussing your own. The story of this game is a minimal one, much like the first game. In this installment of Coffee Talk, you go from hearing about a game developer who wants her game to be a success, to a young woman, Riona, who wants to be an opera singer, to a guy named Lucas who's a full-time content creator. So it's not just one story holding this game together, but multiple intertwined. This is the ideal game for just relaxing, having a nice cup of tea or coffee next to you, having some lo-fi in the background. It's really amazing. Next up, Genesis Noir. Genesis Noir is set before, during, and after the Big Bang. To save your love, you must stop the expansion of the universe. You play as Nomad, a watch peddler caught in a love triangle with other cosmic beings, Miss Mass and Golden Boy. And you have to jump into an expanding universe and search for a way to prevent or destroy creation to save your love. I love abstract games that can tell a really compelling story. I haven't played this game yet, but it's definitely on my list to play. Next up, Moonlighter. Moonlighter is an action RPG with roguelike elements that demonstrates 2 sides of the coin, revealing everyday routines of Will, an adventurous shopkeep that secretly dreams of becoming a hero. The core gameplay loop of Moonlighter is this: you go into dungeons, you fight through monsters to find valuable artifacts, and then return to your village and sell them at your shop the next day. Then you use the money to upgrade both your shop and the arsenal of your character, Will. The pixelated art style and cartoony animations are reminiscent of some of the older Pokemon games and the recent Escapist series, and the solid variety of colors used makes the world feel alive and full of life. Next up, The Bookwalker. The Bookwalker is a narrative adventure in which you play as a teen Quist, a writer-turned-thief with the ability to dive into books. Use your powers to journey between reality and the book worlds and steal legendary items like Thor's hammer and Excalibur to restore your abilities to write. I feel like that would be the best tool to combat writer's block ever. Just physically dive headfirst into another story to get any kind of inspiration I needed. Genius. And lastly, The Bard's Tale. The Bard's Tale ARPG is a top-down adventure that is regarded as a cult classic by many. It originally came out roughly 20 years ago and was loved by gamers for its incredible voice acting and hilarious story. Even the beginning of the quest breaks the fourth wall and introduces you to a lot of quirky characters. This game is funny, it's cute, it's something you'll never forget, and the combat is actually not too bad. But that's it for me. I'm Ariel in Windows Central, and I'll see you in the next one.